I'm Andrew Simpson with Ether Automation, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Zoho Creator ERP app that we've been building in the past few videos. We're going to set up some reports and pages for management to assign locations of received orders, see what's in the backlog, identify how long the queue of work orders is going to take, identify what is being worked on and by whom. Yeah, we're going to set them up in this video. So without further ado, let me share my screen and let's jump right into it. Okay, so I'm inside our Zoho Creator ERP that we've been building over the past few videos, right? And I'm going to want to make a couple reports for management to be able to view what's going on in the company. So the first one I'm going to start with is a work order report. So if I go to work orders, click all work orders, what we can see here is all the work orders. But for a manager, this is not entirely helpful because we want to see what's in the queue or what's currently being worked on. So let's start by editing this application, and we're going to make a new report. And this work order is going to be called Work in Progress. And so this work order, we're going to modify it so that there's a filter. So we're going to add a filter, and we're going to call this status equals in progress. Really simple. But now when I access the application, I can see these are all of our work orders in progress. So when we go here, we see this one's in queue. And if we modify this so that the status is in progress, we can see that this work order is in progress. Here's its position in the queue. Here's the employee doing it. Here's our purchase orders, sales orders, the start date. We may want to edit this so that it includes things like the expected delivery date. So now when I filter it, I can see here's the work order number, here are the purchase orders related to it, here's the employee that's working on it, start date is this, and this is the delivery date, should take this amount of time. So this will tell the manager exactly what everyone's working on that day. But we may also want some other reports to say what's in the queue, so we can make a report very similar to this one. And we're going to edit the filter, and we're going to have this one be the status is in queue. And then we may want to sort this by position in queue. And so now when I would view this report, again, we don't have any work orders. I just modified that one. Let's go ahead and switch it back to status in queue. Now we have our work orders and their position in queue, and of course it would be sorted by their position. So the manager will be able to know what is coming up in the work order pipeline. Now for this one, we may modify this so that it can be like a burn down report. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and add the calculated assembly time. So now I've added the total assembly time for all the orders in here. So we can see how much we have in the queue. Right now we have, I think this was in minutes, so 60 minutes worth of work. But if there were more work orders, and let's go ahead and modify a couple of these. We could see that we have a couple of hours worth of work in the pipeline at least. So as a manager, you can look at this burn down report and see how many people are we going to need in order to do this work. How long is this stuff going to take to actually do? do we need to get more product in, even though the system does create the purchase orders. This helps you get a pulse on what's going on. So the next one we're going to make is a sales order report for sales orders that are waiting on components. So I'm going to click edit and let's make a new report based on the sales orders. And this is going to show all of the sales orders, but let's filter it out a bit. So first, is there a status? There is. So we want to ignore shipped. And then let's say add. So if a line item does not have received products, there we go. So this is if it's not shipped and the received product is either equal to 0 or it's empty, then we're probably waiting on components. And so when I access this application, I can see these are all the sales orders waiting for components. I may edit this to see what is the related purchase orders. There we go. So I can see all the related purchase orders, which would indicate that, yeah, we're waiting for components, or in these cases, I'm waiting for purchase orders to be issued for these products. So this will tell the manager, wow, we have a lot of orders in. None of them can be, started, or we can only start them partially. Last one I'm going to make here is the assigning a bin location. So this is a purchase received line item, and we have the bin locations up here. And so what we actually want to do is have it so that a manager can see all the orders that have been received but haven't been assigned to a bin yet. So we're going to make a report for this. And we're going to filter this out for a bin location is null. So now when I access this application, I can see, hey, this is how much we received. There's no bin location. Let's put the bin location into 2-1, and then it gets emptied. So someone can look at this and see, hey, these are the items that are in our bay and they need to go to bins and they could be assigned to a bin. This will be used by management to help assign various work or assign location of inventory so that they can get a pulse on what's going on in the business. Now, in the next video, we're going to add some logic, and this is going to allow the manager to assign it to a bin location and then update the inventory for that bin location so that bin locations have up-to-date inventory count. So anytime any bin location is updated, it's going to keep the inventory count for that bin location up to date. Hope you found this video helpful. I will see you in the next video.